This is Asteria, a local command station for connecting AI agents to a real VEX AIM robot. The goal is simple: let an agent help with robotics work without letting it directly or unsafely poke the hardware. Asteria sits on this machine, talks to the robot, tracks what is happening, and gives both humans and agents one shared place to work. The most important piece is the daemon. That is the long-running local service at the center of the system. Instead of every tool having its own way to talk to the robot, everything goes through this daemon. It owns the connection, the lease, the logs, the emergency stop path. That makes Asteria agent agnostic. So agents like Codex, Claude, local scripts, one of the new cursor agents, or so on, can use all the same structured interface across the system. Here is the architecture in one picture. On the left are clients and agents. In the middle is the Asteria daemon. On the right is the real world: the robot, files, APL tags, and me and you. The daemon can claim control, compile and run FSM programs, move the robot, capture vision, and read or write project files. The key safety rule is that agents never touch the robot directly. They ask the daemon, and the daemon enforces the rules. The browser interface is the cockpit. It is not just a pretty dashboard, it's how the operator sees the live state of the system. For example, down here at the desk, you can see which actions the agent has recently taken or you've recently taken. You can take manual operations here, run FSM manually here. Operations shows the connection and the lease. Desk handles prompts. FSM shows behavior programs. Vision shows what the robot has captured. And this all matters because robotics gets confusing really fast. Asteria makes the hidden state visible: who has control, what ran last, what image was captured, and what the robot is doing now. That makes it much easier for a human, such as myself, to stay in the loop while still getting an agent to do useful work. Desk is the human-agent coordination interface. I can type a task here, and Asteria stores it as a real work item. For example, you could give it directly to OpenClaw or Codex, which I have immediately configured, or just queue only. The Codex in this system is actually headless, but if you use queue only, you can go directly to your Codex application and ask it to go through the queue as Asteria. The prompt can stay local, or it can be routed to an agent. Either way, the request and the response are visible in the same shared desk. So the agent is not floating outside the robot. It is working through the same surface the human can review. The next piece is FSMs, finite state machines. In plain English, these are small behavior programs made of steps and transitions. This one is Zigzag 20S. It says a start message, drives forward, turns, repeats the pattern, and then says, "I'm done now." This was created through an agent, by the way, in the desk. This is the bridge from language and code into real motion. Not every FSM needs to move, though. Agent Safe Observer here is a no-motion example. It can sit idle, listen for text or speech, events, and respond safely. Asteria also has a handheld direction, Asteria DS. The idea is to make the daemon less like a terminal and more like a physical robot controller. The daemon stays in charge, but the operator surface can move, claim, stop, capture, chat, and pilot controls become something that you can hold. This is built on as a homebrew up on the old 3DS system. That is the bigger idea. Build the daemon once, and every agent gets the same safe way to work with a real robot. For engineers, it closes the sim to real loop. For learners, it makes the robot more approachable. And for the field, it is a safer bridge between AI and hardware. Now we'll go through a few examples where we use the Codex GUI as Asteria. In this first example, we're going to have Asteria run a bowling FSM file that it had put together earlier, where it will look for and find the bowling ball, the soccer ball, but use it as a bowling ball, and then shoot the April tag 0.
Ball acquired. Looking for April tag 0. Bowling round complete.
And in this example, we're going to have Asteria run a new fireworks program that it just finished.
Thank you for watching. Love, Asteria.